New reports coming out that the reconciliation bill that they're trying to pass in Congress right now could provide every American in the nation $1,800 in additional savings through credits that are included in the bill. Not quite stimulus checks and not quite $2,000, we will see. And we're also hearing that the inflation reduction that's supposed to happen from this bill is going to be happening over the course of the next couple of years. They're saying the effects of this are not going to be immediate. This is your breaking news stimulus check update and stimulus package update. It would be amazing to have a feeling of getting that $2,000 check. Finally, after over a year and a half of all these unfulfilled promises, we've been hearing that these are going to come back right before these elections. And this is tying up on the passage of this new reconciliation bill, having those $200 Social Security increases, $2,000 stimulus check, child tax credits, wiping out student loan debt. We're hearing a lot of these are coming back. There are proposals on the table right now from Bernie Sanders, executive orders being considered this month by the president, but we're all waiting to see what's going to happen with this reconciliation bill. And now these reports are coming out saying $1,800 for all, but it's in the form of savings. The Inflation Reduction Act would lead to $1,800 in savings for the average household. Analysis finds this just coming out yesterday. Now it says sweeping climate and healthcare legislation unveiled by Democrats last week would lead to significant concern energy costs for American households. According to a new analysis, a report by non-profit group Rewiring America found that the tax incentives included as a part of the $369 billion dedicated to climate initiatives in the Inflation Reduction Act would save the average household $1,800 per year on their energy bills. So there you have it. Sounds like they're going to be providing something. And also they want to do this in a way that's not going to cause more debt and more inflation. Well, right now we're hearing there is still $800 billion with a B just sitting there from leftover stimulus packages from all the ones that went out before. That's just been sent out through flow packages but has not gone out, not been sent out. And they're saying that that money it could be used for stimulus checks. The president has the authority to take and reissue and repurpose existing funds. He can't issue new funds. Congress holds the power of the purse, but he does have the legal authority to take it, send it out for other purposes. And people are saying all that money just sitting there, what are you waiting for? Send out the fourth federal level checks. Now you guys take a look. Here's the breakdown as to what we're fighting this bill, what the Democrats' reconciliation deal has included, what's in it, and how it's going to be paid for. You can see how the money is going to be raised through the healthcare, through the tax increases, and assortment of different provisions, and how it's going to be spent, climate and energy, and also other things as well. So there's a breakout of it. There has been a lot going on with Kristen Sinema and Joe Manchin. He has been doing tons of interviews. Some of them have gotten pretty intense. And also we're going to be seeing what unfolds with this, as we're hearing that this needs to pass this week, this reconciliation bill. And like I said, everything hinged upon this stimulus checks, child tax credits. All those provisions we've heard, we're waiting for hearing that progressives have said whatever is not included in this bill. You can expect to see an assortment of things come after that with new forms of legislation and executive actions. So we will see. I'll keep you up to date, but you guys, let's go ahead and dive right in. Let's take a look at this video footage breaking down everything included in this Inflation Reduction Act. And you're gonna hear them talk about potentially $1,800 in savings coming to Americans. Yeah, I kind of started with the good news is almost however you look at this bill, it's going to be helpful for inflation. Macroeconomically, it's going to take some excess money out of the economy, which we need when demand is so overheated. It's also going to lower drug prices macroeconomically. It's going to reduce the prices that people in businesses see for energy, for this to their homes, for healthcare, for drugs, and all that is going to hopefully positively fit the inflation expectations. I don't expect the effect to be large, but the direction is pretty clear, and it's going to help make the Fed's jobs easier. The only thing that's going to happen in calendar year 2022 is the regulatory reforms that are accompanying, for example, permitting reform, opening up various drilling that might help a little bit. But really, this is a 2023, 2024, and 2025 game. What this is supposed to do is help stop inflation from persisting over the long term, again make the Fed's job a little bit easier. It's not going to provide relief next month, and we shouldn't expect that. Let's talk about the deficit implication of all this mentioned, making it very clear exactly how he's viewing the bill from where you stand over the CRFB. How are you kind of evaluating the deficit implications of all this? So they say they're gonna pay it with that 15% corporate minimum tax. But is it square up like the senator is pretending it to me? It's not only this minimum tax, there's also a lot of money from improving tax compliance and lowering drug costs. Overall, it will reduce the deficit by about $300 billion, which is the largest deficit reduction since 2011. If you look out 2 decades, that number is probably something more like 1.5 trillion of deficit reduction. That's not going to fix our debt. Just like this isn't going to fix inflation, but it's going to help with our debt. Just like this is going to help with inflation. By that argument, raising interest rates would be inflationary because raising interest rates also reduce investment. The reality right now is that the economy is overheated. We have too much money chasing too few goods. There's now different ways we can take care of that, not just on the corporate side, but on individual side from healthcare. There's not more we need to do, but this is a piece of the puzzle, and this is going to help at inflation, help make it a little bit easier for the Fed to get inflation under control. Look, we can either fight inflation, reduce healthcare costs, and reduce the deficit, or we can do in the special interest one, leave every loophole that's in effect keep drug prices high. I vote for taking on the special interest, closing that loophole. In fact, there's many more loopholes we should be closing as well. So in the near term, people are going to see some of their costs going down because of lower energy costs, and because health premiums aren't going to rise. That's not actually anti-inflationary in itself. It can be anti-inflationary to the extent that those things are paid for those that are not putting more money in the economy, and not to extend that they help with the expectation. So people may see some immediate sticker price relief, and the hope is then that turns into actual inflation relief, where prices stop rising even without needing these subsidies. There you have it, you guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Do you think this is good? It's going to reduce inflation, gonna save people $1,800 a year? Or do you think that this is just not enough and it's unfulfilled promises? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, you guys. But we're going to be seeing what happens with this.